Hi, there are two big newsworthy updates I want to flag today. First, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and the First Lady, Melania Trump, have tested positive for COVID-19. We don't know much more till now. Trump's physician has said he is well, but did not say anything about symptoms or severity of the illness. But this changes everything. America is not only 30 days away from the presidential elections where Trump is running for re-election, it has consistently remained the worst hit by COVID-19 in the world for several months now. More than 2 lakh Americans have died in the last 9 months. Millions have lost their jobs in an even shorter period of time. So what now? There are a few ways this could play out. First, Trump could remain asymptomatic. Even then, he'll have to completely isolate himself in the White House till he tests negative. The President of the United States of America is at any point surrounded by an N number of people, even more so when he's out campaigning across states. This means that he'll have to withdraw from the campaign trail after months of build-up in the last lap of the race, when the undecided voters come into play. Let's assume he remains asymptomatic and recovers. Even then, how do you come back from this? Since day one, Donald Trump has dismissed the virus, its severity, its mind-boggling impact on everything, on life as we know it. He said it's just a flu. He's repeated over and over again that it'll just go away. He's spoken over scientists trying to warn people, said everything is under control, refused to wear a mask in public during his campaign rallies on more occasions than he has agreed to. He even made fun of Joe Biden, the Democratic presidential nominee, for wearing a mask. So how does this play out in the minds of the American people when Trump, with the resources of, the Trump family and the president combined, tested positive? How will Joe Biden capitalize on this 1 month bonus time of no opposition on the campaign trail to really drive the irony of the situation home? The third scenario is he becomes symptomatic. It could take him weeks to fully recover. The American Constitution provides for a medically incapacitated president to shift powers and duties to the vice president. So if that happens, we're looking at Mike Pence to take over the presidency. But his press secretary, Katie Miller, also tested positive. So the uncertainty continues. And there is a chain of command down which the presidency will be passed. At 74, Donald Trump falls squarely into the vulnerable category. 8 out of 10 people who have died from COVID-19 in the US have been over 65. We know he's not the healthiest. He reportedly has high cholesterol, he's in the obese category for his height, and that his diet consists of fast food and Diet Coke primarily. Or he could recover and test negative very, very quickly. Leaders of UK, Brazil, Canada have tested positive. They all received round-the-clock medical care, the best kind, and recovered. But net-net, this is bad news for America. Uncertain times made even more uncertain. This is bad news for Trump too. But to quote him, "It is what it is, Mr. President." The second big update. US researchers, along with health officials in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, have conducted the largest epidemiological study for COVID-19 contact tracing till now. Some 5.7 lakh COVID positive people were covered in the study. The results are surprising. Turns out in India, super spreading events are the rule rather than the exception. Super spreading events happen when one infected person infects a large number of people in their vicinity, opposed to one person infecting, say, 1 or 2 other people. The study found that nearly 71% of people who tested positive did not infect any of their contacts, which means only 30% spread the disease. In one particular instance, the study tracked down 78 people who sat in close proximity to an infected person in a shared conveyance for up to 6 hours and found that 79.3% of them got infected. Another area of concern the study noted was the time to death of COVID patients. In India, it's 6 days after hospitalization. That is worryingly low. It's lower than the time to death in the US, which on average is 13 days after hospitalization. India is dangerously close to the 1 lakh death toll mark. Globally, over 34 million people have been infected, while more than 1 million have succumbed to the virus. But that's me for today. Thank you for your time.